Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu, my dear friends. Welcome to day 105 of the Quran habit. Alhamdulillah. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you. So, Alhamdulillah, I have an eye infection that's gotten worse, mashallah. I say mashallah because I didn't want it to get worse, and it's quite painful, and I've been on a pretty steady dose of ibuprofen and had to eventually see the doctor today. Mashallah, a lot of people prayed, alhamdulillah, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm putting a warm compress, and eye drops, and hopefully it'll heal. But the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said that if Allah wants to do good to somebody, he afflicts him with trials. And illness is a trial for sure. And it's also a hidden blessing. And I was thinking a lot about that because my dad, he had glaucoma, so he actually lost his eye. And I think it was his left eye, if I'm not mistaken, the same eye that I'm having trouble with. And I remembered him, and I remembered how he made, it was extremely painful, the process. They tried to save the eye for at least a year or more, and it was extremely painful. He underwent surgeries, but he always had a sense of humor about it. He was so delightful that even as a baby, my mom would say that when I was a little baby in the crib, he would entertain me at night by removing his eye from his, because he had a fake eye, so he could remove his eye from his, his eye socket, and he would do that to amuse me. He would do that to amuse me, and my mom, he would leave the bedroom, and my mom would walk in, and I would be sitting there trying to pluck out my eye as a baby, like, why can't I do that? So, mashallah. And then I thought of another time I had an eye infection when my own daughter was a baby, and we were very poor. Our family was we went through an extremely difficult time financially, and so we were living in a trailer in rural Illinois, and it was we were extremely poor, and our business was failing, and I couldn't buy new contacts or anything, so my contacts were old, and I was using them beyond their shelf life, and I got an eye infection, a really bad eye infection. And I couldn't even get new glasses or anything. And so my husband's uncle, God rest his soul, Vigi Mama, he shipped me glasses from India. But they took like over a month or something to reach us back then. And I remember being so grateful when I could see again. I put them on and I could see, and I was walking around and I was so happy. And alhamdulillah. So this is nothing compared to that. Like, it's nothing like losing one's eye, God forbid, or, not being able to see for months together. But it is painful. And may Allah grant us ease. But yes, mashallah, if Allah wants to do good to somebody, he afflicts him with trials. And it's a wonderful thing to introspect on. So I was in prayer and thinking, yeah, I got a lot of things I need to work on. So I found 3 specific areas I'm going to try to improve upon. One is my prayer life, and then the other 2 I'll keep to myself. But mashallah, 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 such a beautiful thing. So here we are, day 105, and I do regret I didn't get to meet with my tutor today because my appointment coincided with the timing, so I wasn't able to meet with her, but I am going to continue to read the Quran Sharif by His grace. And if there's good in it, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all praise. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Allah bless all of our relatives, our family, our parents, our aunts and uncles, our if we are married, our spouse's family, mashallah. And every day people do really amazing things for us in every way. They can do amazing, and it doesn't have to be something big. It can be something small, but it's so significant. If we're paying attention, it's really significant. Alhamdulillah. And here, in today's verse, one of the lines, indeed, Allah does not do injustice even as much as an atom's weight, while if there is a good deed, he multiplies it and gives from himself a great reward. MashaAllah. So Allah never wrongs us, we wrong ourselves. And it's also said that if we have any trial, any difficulty, any affliction, any illness, it's actually removing some wrong. And that's just another wonderful perspective. It's just such a wonderful perspective. So even our difficulties are actually an opportunity to gain benefit. And And if you do a bad deed, follow it up with a good deed and it'll nullify it. There's so many wonderful teachings in our tradition like these. They give you hope. They make you feel better. Literally make you feel better. That's why they say the Quran is Shifa. The Quran is Shifa. And later here it talks about you have believed, do not approach prayer while, and then it gives examples. One of them is intoxicated. So I'm going to say that's literally intoxicated, the person who's actually drunk, but in any way out of their senses. But really, when we're approaching prayer, it is a nice reminder to approach with awareness, right? Like, am I breathing? Am I attentive? Am I focused? Before I say Allahu Akbar, and then before I enter my prayer, am I there? Am I present with my Lord? And then if you are ill, and I'm ill, so Alhamdulillah. So there we go. And it's just so nice. So nice. Amazing. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين ينفقون أموالهم رئاء الناس ولا يؤمنون بالله ولا باليوم الآخر ومن يكن الشيطان له قريئا فساء قرينا وماذا عليهم لو آمنوا بالله واليوم الآخر وأنفقوا مما رزقهم الله وكان الله بهم عليما إن الله لا يظلم مثقال ذرة وإن تك حسنة يضاعفها ويؤتي من لدنه أجرا عظيما فكيف إذا جئنا من كل أمة بشهيد وجئنا بك على هؤلاء شهيدا يومئذ يود الذين كفروا وعصوا الرسول لو نسوى بهم الأرض ولا يكتمون الله حديثا يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تقربوا الصلاة وأنتم سكارى حتى تعلموا ما تقولون ولا جنوبا إلا عابري سبيل حتى تغتسلوا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم إن الله كان عفوا غفورا. ألم ترى إلى الذين أوتوا نصيبا من الكتاب يشترون الضلالة ويريدون أن تضلوا السبيل. Sadaqallahul Azim. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept and forgive. And as I'm sure you noticed, I made a lot of mistakes. So it's not a clean, perfect reading. It's an adequate reading, and it has much work to be done on it. But mashallah, it's complete. And the good of it, the sawab of it rather, may it go to my mom and my husband, our family, mashallah, and our loved ones that I mentioned, my dad and Digi Mama. Ya Allah. Thank you. Have a great night.